What I have here is a Columbia BG. It's an extremely beautiful machine, one of the top of the line Columbias. I'm a Columbia fan, and this one really does it for me, especially because of all this nickel. It's really, really nice. A mahogany cabinet, one of the larger, more intricate, more decorated cabinets for Columbia. Yeah, I know, you keep looking and seeing these, right? Yeah, I'll be talking about these in a second. This machine came out in 1905. It had the larger, longer mandrel to play the 6-inch records that Columbia came out with called 20th Century records. These played 3 minutes instead of the usual 2 minutes. The idea was that flat disc records were a little bit longer, and so to compete with them, they came out with this new design. They had to market a bunch of new machines and sell new cylinders. And you know what? It never really took off as big as they had hoped. So the machines are kind of rare, and the cylinders themselves are quite rare. And they tend to get moldy like all wax cylinders, which even depletes the number of them more, if you can find one that's not even broken. So this machine, as I said, came out in 1905. It has what's called a lyric reproducer, and it's quite a good sounding reproducer. This one has been upgraded because this would have originally been a 2-minute machine, but it has an adapter here for 2 and 4 minute using the single stylus of this reproducer. A few years later, in 1907, they added a back bracket and a large horn like you would see on a disc machine, and that was an upgrade, so they renamed it a BGT, the T standing for the tone arm. So a lot of the Columbias, if there's a T after the letters, it's one of the newer tone arm versions. This one's also a little unusual for Columbia because you can actually open up the top of the cabinet. Usually you have to take the whole mechanism out to see the motor. And it's got another feature here, little holes in the back, and when I bring you in close, you'll see it, where you could put oil, and the oil goes down little tubes to feed into the places it needs to. So you don't have to open it up or anything to oil and lubricate it. In 1908, it was adapted to play 2 and 4. That's what this is, as I mentioned. That's because in 1909, Columbia completely stopped manufacturing cylinders. They contracted another company which was making celluloid cylinders and marketed their cylinders as their own. And then eventually they stopped making cylinders and cylinder players altogether. These are pink Lambert cylinders. They're actually quite rare. They came in a variety of shades of pink. They're celluloid cylinders, but there's no core inside. The reason there's nothing inside and it just rides on the 2 edges of the cylinder is that was a way of getting around Edison's tapered cylinder patent. So this isn't tapered at all. It is bigger here, smaller on this edge than this, so it fits a tapered mandrel, but the cylinder itself has no core, so it's not tapered. So we're going to play a little bit of both of these cylinders and see what they sound like. So let me bring you in and take a look. You can see it's a beautiful cabinet. It's big though, heavy, not so heavy, but it's still much bigger than their usual machines. There's the gramophone decal. There's the nickel-plated top. And this one's in great condition. 6-inch mandrel, beautiful reproducer. Look at that, just gorgeous. It's got the original aluminum horn. These are hard to find because they didn't last long. They got damaged or thrown out. From the back, you can see the holes I was talking about where you can put oil. There's the 2 and 4 minute gearing. It's set for 2, and then you take this and rotate it. Maybe I'll do it this way. Take this, and there's a little arm here. That rotates, that's at 4. You gotta get it back into its little slot there. There, that's 2 minutes. And then there's a decal on the back. Let's take a look at the reproducer. Okay, I opened up the lid, the top there, and you can see this huge 4-spring motor and gears. It's a pretty powerful motor. Okay, here's the Columbia 20th Century cylinder. There's the box. Now this one, I believe, is pretty moldy. but we're only going to play a little bit, so we'll play something near the beginning. Okay, we've got a selection of Lambert indestructible cylinders. Ooh, this box is a mess. Let's see, let's pick one. I think this one was pretty good. Man in the Mint. Nice color. I hope you like seeing this machine. It's a beautiful machine, quite heavy, but like all graphophones, I am a big fan.